Digital Romance TV.
Hey folks, how's it going? It's Michael Fiore from Digital Romance TV, radio, Inc.
Whatever. What are we
I don't know what we're doing anymore. And we got a topic that Nora won't tell me. So, Nora, tell me the topic.
It's just a little light one called "Should You Give a Cheater a Second Chance?" And I don't say it's light because we've had many arguments about this. Actually, we've just expounded on this greatly on our podcast before.
We did.
So,
I don't think we've argued about it as much
no,
as
I don't
we've
think
had,
we're pretty much in
We've
agreement.
had granularity on it.
I think that
Yeah, it depends on what you mean by a cheater, honestly. Listen, I forget the exact stat, but on a long enough timeline, every relationship ends up with somebody cheating eventually. Like in some way, or it also depends on how you define cheating. There's some people that consider like watching porn cheating.
Right.
You're wrong. That's not cheating.
Right.
Anyway.
having an
I think it's like
emotional
60%,
relationship
yeah.
with somebody outside of your relationship on an intimate level
That counts, sure.
counts.
Yeah. But I think it's something like 60% of relationships that last over 20 years, there is at least one incidence of physical cheating during the course of that. And cheating does not have to destroy a relationship. Now, Claire Casey, who does Capture His Heart and Make Him Love You Forever, which we can link to or give you a link to, talks about how her husband had an affair and how she dealt with that and how their marriage is actually very strong now. It's
Right.
actually super solid. Now, was there a lot of emotion around that? Yes. Was there times when she wanted to kick his ass out?
Right.
Sure. But I personally don't think it's worthwhile. If you've had a 15-year relationship, you got a couple kids, you got a house, you got a mortgage, there is companionate love and respect there. Maybe there's even a sex life still. There's things to work on. Destroying all of that because somebody got drunk at a party and made a mistake seems like a mistake to me.
Yeah.
Right? So can you ever forgive a cheater and move on? Yes, it takes work.
But
And
you have to address all the things that
do.
led up to the cheating. And it
Yeah.
can't be all about, especially if you're the one who was cheated on, the whole relationship from that point forward cannot be all about the cheating.
You have to forgive
You
them.
have to decide that that is something that you can live with, and you have to move on, and then you have to go back and deal with all of the issues that led to that.
Yes.
And only those. You can't keep coming back and using the cheating as something that you can,
When it comes
justify all the
it'll
things
come
that
up in
led
fights
to
15
that.
years
Right,
later, right?
Right. You can't.
You can't put them on probation forever, and you also can't. You have to forgive them.
Yeah.
Dr. Frederick Luskin out of Stanford, I believe he is, has written some great books on forgiveness.
Yep.
You don't forgive somebody for them; you forgive somebody for you.
Right.
As long as you are holding something over somebody and you're giving them power to
Yep.
actually hurt you in some way.
Yep.
Now that said, serial cheaters are a whole other bag of whiskey. A whole bag of whiskey. I don't even know what that is. If you're with somebody who, I answered a question the other day from a woman that said that her husband had cheated on her with something like 30 or 40 women during the course of their relationship. And he says he's a sex addict. I don't know if he's a sex addict or not. He might be, he might not be. But either way, no. The answer in that case is no.
No.
He has shown that this is a pattern of behavior that he's going to continue to do forever at that point.
Absolutely.
So if it's isolated or semi-isolated, that's fine. If it's something that's continuing for a long period of time, not so much. If it's something where, if it's a one-off, one-night stand kind of thing with something they're never going to see again, you can move past that.
Right.
If there was actually a relationship, well, the person, man or woman who cheated has to be willing to cut that person out of their life entirely. And you have to do some work, but there's ways through it. If it's somebody who is constantly putting their genitals on anybody else's that will happen to have them, you should move on.
Yes.
Concise. Look, done.
That's good.
There you go.
Okay.
So So if you want to check out Capture His Heart and Make Him Love You Forever, and you can learn all about Claire's story, as well as learning how to find a great guy who won't cheat on you, you can go to
DigitalRomanceInc.com on the products tab.
Yep.
Capture His Heart. You can also find podcasts that we do weekly. More videos. Thousands of articles from various experts in love, dating, romance, all of the different topics that affect you in your love life. DigitalRomanceInc.com.
And also leave a comment down below, subscribe, and tell your friends. Bye-bye. Did you know there's a 3-step formula to make a guy fall desperately in love with you? Go to digitalromance.tv/CHH to learn a simple method any woman can use to capture a man's heart and make him love you forever. Again, that link is digitalromance.tv/CHH.